Today is Tuesday, 10:05, 10:02 p.m. on the East, 9:05 in Alabama and other southern states, and I don't know what time it is everywhere else. So I wanted to come to you guys tonight and speak to you guys about building a savings. A lot of people think you need a lot of money to build a savings, and you actually do not. So I want to teach you guys, give you guys some education on how to build a savings. A lot of times we have so much, we accumulate so much debt throughout our time, and we buy cars and homes and have student loans, and we have debt. And a lot of times we don't know what it is to save money, but you can save small. So one thing I try to teach people is when you have a debt that's like a car loan or anything like that, you take that time out to pay that car loan. You take that time out to pay that debt. You take time out to satisfy this debt. The shift I want to teach you guys is what happens when you done paying off that debt. The one thing you should learn how to do is pay yourself. So when you're done paying off a debt, you should take that same energy and that same motivation to put that money back in your account once you're done paying the debt. And it's so important to train your mind like that, because when you have debt, that when you buy something, anything, we work hard, we do overtime, we do so much. However, we don't do the self obligations and pay ourselves. So I tell my people, I tell people that are, that are enrolled in credit restoration services, we come up with a budgeting plan. And a budgeting plan consists of savings. So when you save your money, it's a good thing. But when you're paying off debt, make sure that you learn to pay yourself after the debt is paid. So no one should ever celebrate when you paying off a debt because you didn't pay yourself. No one. And that's just something I believe in. You take the time. If you have a car note, you're paying $275, $300 a month for 5 years. You owe it to yourself those extra 5 years to pay that debt. Pay yourself. So a lot of times people say, well, how do you do that? Because once I pay off the debt, how can I train my mind to no longer pay that debt? Well, you should look at your bank accounts, because you owe it to yourself to give that money back to yourself. You owe yourself that obligation to pay yourself. You owe yourself to build your savings. And a lot of times we go through struggles in life, and we don't have the money to save. And we feel as though we need big amounts, and we don't. We can start off with $5 and $10. Hell, you can start off with $2.50. Learn to save money. There's no reason, if you making $40,000, $50,000 a year, you should not have a savings. I know this because I was a victim of it. I never saved money at one point in time. I thought it was, you get paid, you spend your money, and then Monday morning you don't know, you don't even have gas in your car. So I urge you to learn to save money. Start small. Never celebrate when you pay off a debt, because you owe it to yourself to pay yourself back the same amount of time that you paid off that debt. It's called transitional thinking, mind shift change. You don't want to celebrate when the debt is paid off because you didn't pay yourself. So I always tell people, please be mindful. Keep that mindset going. If you're working overtime, you're doing doubles, anything like that, and to pay these bills off, do the same exact thing when it's time to pay yourself. Don't think about that money that you're going to have extra because you don't have it. Change your mindset. You don't have it because, again, you owe it to yourself to pay off the debt. A lot of times I tell people to budget. Budget your wants budget your needs and not your wants. Never spend excessively. I've done it. I've been a victim of it, and it can leave a lot of turmoil in your life. Put $5 away. My grandpa used to always say, take $5 and put it away every 2 weeks, and then turn $5 into $10. Turn $10 into $15. And don't look at it. Don't worry about it. I know it's hard during this pandemic, but be quite honestly, you can save more money during this pandemic than anything because we really don't have nowhere to go. So again, debts off. So this is your